Hi there, welcome to my channel. I'm Heather and I'll be leading you through this Yoga Mo-Flo workout today. Today's going to be kind of fun because it's the name of the flow is Release Your Inner Beast Flow. So we're going to be channeling some animal movements today, and I had a lot of fun putting this together, and so I hope you have a lot of fun doing it. I apologize if you're having a hard time seeing me today. I am wearing my camo shirt, but just try your best to be able to pick me out and follow along. Also, Henny Ruru is joining us today, so yay. Let's hope that he stays on his pillow. Okay, we're just gonna come down and start here in our hero's pose. So go ahead and join me. If hero's pose isn't good for your knee, feel free to sit in whatever way is comfortable for you. But we're just gonna take a second here to take some deep breaths, arrive on our mat, and just one more time do that energetic and physical body scan, noticing any areas of tension or stiffness or pain you might have, and just being really gentle with yourself as you move through the workout today. And then energetically, just see where you're at, how you're feeling. And we'll check in again at the end just to see if anything has released or shifted. But let's just take a couple deep breaths here, getting ready for our workout. Go ahead and open your eyes, or you can keep them closed and just follow the sound of my voice. But to start, let's all just take our right ear to our right shoulder. And if you like, you can just gently place your hand on your head. Don't yank down or anything, but you're just applying a slight pressure. And then go ahead and reach that left arm out long and just getting a nice gentle stretch through the left side of the neck. And then go ahead and release. And then let's just take the left ear to the left shoulder. Same thing, you can place your hand on your head and then reach out long through your right arm. And then go ahead and release. From here, we're gonna do a little shift into a side bent sit. So we're just gonna shift our hips to the right and come down on our mat, really being mindful to drop that left hip down onto the mat, already feeling some stretching in those hips, and then come over to the other side. We're just gonna go back and forth 4 more times. Just opening up through those hips. Once more each side. And come back into your hero's pose. From here, we're just gonna stretch side to side. So we're just gonna reach our right arm overhead, stretching out, and then left. Feel free to take your time with these. If you feel any areas of tension, you can kind of twist and turn and go into that area. There's no need to go fast here. Just getting some length, warming up through the spine. Very good. From here, let's take our right hand to the outside of our left knee, take that left arm behind us and just look out over the left shoulder, just a gentle twist here. And then come to the other side. Very good. From here, I want us to roll down onto our backs. Right away, we're gonna get into some core strengthening. So come on down to your back, and we're gonna do some eagle crunches. So go ahead and cross your right leg over your left, and if you can, wrap that right foot around your ankle. And then from here, we're gonna take our right arm under our left, find our eagle arms, being really mindful to keep our low back flat on the ground, but then bring the elbows and knees together into a crunch. We're gonna do that 3 more times. All right, I lied. Let's do it twice more. And release. Coming into your bridge pose. Let's go ahead and lift up into our bridge. And from here, we're going to come up onto the balls of our feet and then lower down. So we're just lifting and lowering, really focusing on ankle stability here, strengthening the ankles. It's really a good thing to do. Helps prevent falls. So we want to make sure our ankles are strong and have a lot of stability. So don't let them wobble, don't let them roll out. We're just lifting and lowering. And then go ahead and release. Let's do the eagle crunches on the other side. So wrap that left leg around into your eagle legs. Let's take the left arm under the right into our eagle arms, thinking about our low back. Stretch everything away from each other, and then go ahead and bring it all together. Let's do that 5 more times. Here's our last one. Go ahead and unravel everything. Place your feet back down on the ground and go ahead and lift back up into your bridge. Lift up on the balls of those feet and lower. So we're just lifting and lowering here. If I haven't said it, I'm happy you're here today. Thanks for joining me. Let's just do a couple more here. And go ahead and lower down to the ground. From here, let's go ahead and lift up onto our elbows. And we're gonna do what I'm just calling star leg reaches. I'm just making up names here. But we're gonna take our shins parallel to the floor, and we're just gonna take our legs out. Don't let them touch the floor, and then bring them back. We're gonna do that 9 more times, so 10 total. So 2, and again, there's no need to move fast. When you move slowly and methodically, you're actually engaging the muscles a lot more. We have 5 more. This really helps to get into those lower abs too. Here's 3, 2, you can even be pretty and point your toes. 1, and release. Let's go ahead and come up onto our hands and find our reverse table. So go ahead and lift the hips. You can lift them up as high as you can. You can drop your head back. From here, you can sway a little bit side to side. That feels good. And then we're just gonna draw our hips back between our hands and just hang here. And come back forward into our reverse table. Let's do that twice more. Draw the hips back, lift back up. Last time. And back up to your reverse table. From here, drop your hips halfway, not all the way. And you can maybe turn your hands out to the side. We're gonna do some crab crunches here. So we're just gonna take our right hand to our left foot and then switch. So just back and forth, trying to balance. We are doing 12. So that was 4. Here's 5, 6. Trying to keep our butts off the ground the whole time. 8, 9, 10, 11. Last one here. Don't sit down, we're gonna walk. Do a crab walk forward. Hi, honey. Do a crab walk back. Let's do 12 more. I know you're feeling it in your arms. You're meant to. Try not to sit down. There's 5. Halfway done. Here's 9, 10, 11. Last one here. And take a walk. We're channeling our inner beast, channeling crabs today. Come to the back of your mat and go ahead and find your yogi squat. So you can take your elbows and push open your hips here. Have your hands in prayer, lift the chest. We're gonna hang out here for just a couple seconds. Just catching your breath from those crab walks. And then if you like, you can have your feet come a little bit more parallel and come up onto your knees. And here, just pulling out your little baby toe there on the your little pinky toe, and just make sure that all your toes are flat on the ground, getting a stretch through the feet. I'm going to turn and face you, but you can stay facing that other direction just so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to do some arm work here. So from here, you're going to take your arms out and you're going to start to push your arms forward. We're here for about 30 seconds. We're going to burn out our shoulders. I know your arms are probably already tired from those crab crunches and crab walks, but we're gonna do this too. Get our shoulders nice and strong. And again, we're not here forever, just about 30 seconds. Try not to drop those arms. Pause here, flip the palms back, and go backwards. If it's getting too much on your feet, then go ahead and drop down into a hero's pose, or you can even stand if that feels better for you. Sometimes that's really hard for people, especially who wear like high heels or shoes like that all day that are really narrow, to have your feet stretched out like this for too long. Don't drop your arms. How about we lift them up? Palms up to the sky. I know you're feeling it in your shoulders. Again, we're here for about 30 seconds. We're doing 2 minutes of this total. I think we can do anything for 2 minutes, right? And then let's turn our palms down and like push down on the air. It's like you're pushing down. This gives you a greater appreciation for birds and what they do, trying to resist gravity. We're almost done with these. This is the last 30 seconds. And release. You can go ahead and shake that out. I'm going to come back and join you at the back of the mat. And from here, we're going to walk out into our plank. And just pause here for just a second. And then go ahead and lift the hips back into your downward dog. From here, let's go ahead and pedal out the feet. And then find stillness for just a couple of breaths. Let's go ahead and take our left foot to the center of the mat, raise the right leg high, and then go ahead and bend the knee and open the hip. You can look out under that right armpit. And from here, let's take our right knee to our right elbow, and then come back into a plank, having that foot hovered, and then take the right leg all the way out to the side, bring it back, and then go ahead and step through into your low lunge. So dropping the back knee, Get yourself settled here. Let's go ahead and reach our arms up high into our low crescent. Getting a nice stretch through that hip flexor in the left leg. And then let's turn to the side here. Take that right leg out long. Bring our left hand down, and we can raise our right arm to the sky, maybe our right leg. If you'd like, you can stretch long overhead. And then we're gonna do 3 crunches here, knee to elbow. So go ahead and bring the knee to the elbow. That's 1. Here's 2. Last one. 3. Go ahead and release back, coming into your gate stretch. So getting a stretch through that left side body here. And then from here, let's release, coming back into our low lunge, but let's go ahead and lift the back knee into a runner's lunge. From here, we can sweep our right leg back high. And instead of doing a regular vinyasa, we're gonna do a 3-legged push-up. So we're keeping that right foot elevated, coming down, pushing back up, back into your 3-legged dog, and release into your down dog. If you prefer to do a traditional vinyasa, please do so. Let's go ahead and take our left leg to the sky, bend the knee, open the hip, look under that left arm. And then let's take our left knee to our left elbow, back to a 3-legged plank. Go ahead and bring that left leg out, and then step it through for your low lunge. Sweep the arms up high, find your crescent. Hold here. And then let's turn to the back of our mat. Take our left leg out long, drop the right arm, bringing the left arm up, and then the left leg. You can go ahead and stretch the left arm out long, and let's do those crunches. So we're doing 3, knee to elbow. Here's 2 and 3. Go ahead and come back up and stretch over to the left, getting a stretch in the right side body. And then go ahead and release that, coming into your runner's lunge at the front of your mat. You can rock it out here for just a second. And then take that left leg to the sky, doing that little push-up again, or you can head straight to down dog if you prefer. We're just working on getting some upper body strength here, and we all meet in our downward facing dog. Let's take 3 good breaths here. You can inhale through the nose and then sigh it out the mouth. Just go ahead and let something go. Twice more. One more good breath. Very good. From here, come out into plank. We're going to channel our second animal here. We're going to do some frog hops. So looks like a little hop into a yogi squat, arms up, and then back to plank. We're doing 4 more of those. So come into your little froggy squat and back. We've got 2 more. Last one. Come back. Go ahead and take your knees wide and push back into your child's pose. Again, let's take 3 or 4 really good deep breaths here. You can sigh it out. Let something go. Then if we're going to make our way into our downward facing dog, go ahead and lift the hips. And again, obviously you can always pause this if you need a longer rest. Go ahead and take your right leg to the sky, set it through into your low lunge, and then turn into your wide-legged position. on your mat. Go ahead and drop the head down, and then let's bring our hands to our hips and rise up. From here, we're going to turn our toes out, come down into your goddess squat or your horse stance. So we're going to be here, and we're going to do a little bit of pulsing. So we're going to lift our left heel and pulse for 4. 3, 4. Drop that one, lift the right for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then a little balance, try both, and let's pulse for 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go ahead and drop the heels, straighten the legs. I'm going to bring my heels in just a smidge, and we're going to do some goddess reaches here. So we're going to reach to the right, reach to the left, and then scoop down the bottom. We're just going to go back and forth. I know it looks a little funny, but it's kind of fun. We're going to do this for 8. Really getting into the hips. Here's 6, 7. Last one here. Come back up, and we're going to do 8 sumo squats. So we are getting some squatting in here today. So just down and up. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we're going to actually bring our feet close together, and we're just going to get into some narrow squats. We're going to do 10 here. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, here we're going to walk all the way to the end of our mat and come down into our yogi squat. And from here, we're going to channel our third animal, which is a gorilla. And we're going to do some gorilla walks. So I'm going to really think about putting the weight into my hands, and we're going to move across our mat, across our space here. And so I'm going to put my left hand in front of my right foot, and then as I hop to the side, I'm going to have my right hand in front of my left foot. I know that sounds weird, but once you see it, I think you'll get it. So it looks a little funny, but it's really fun to do. Come down, that's 1. Let's do 1 more. Great job, let's go back. And 1 more. Did you get it? Good job. So let's go ahead and face the back of our mat. Lift our hips and just come into a forward fold here. So you can clasp opposite elbows, sway a little bit side to side, getting a nice little stretch there. And then go ahead and take your hands and walk back out into your downward facing dog. From here, let's take our right leg to the sky. Once again, knee to nose. From here, we're going to open up into a side plank, and we're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to knee to nose. And then go ahead and step the right foot through. Let's spin our back foot flat and come up into our warrior 2. And just pause here, making sure you can see those first 2 toes, that your alignment is good. And then we're going to come into a reverse warrior and then lead over into a side angle. And so you can stay here with your elbow on your knee, or you can come all the way down into a side angle, and we're just going to flow. So we're going to do reverse to side angle. Twice more. Last one. Hold here in your side angle pose. And then let's bend over the front leg. You can hop your back foot in a little bit. Let's do a flat back here in our pyramid, and then go ahead and fold. Getting a stretch through that right hamstring. And then let's go ahead and come into our runner's lunge. Sweep that right leg back and up. And we're gonna do that push-up again. So coming down into our push-up, back to three-legged dog, and release the right leg down. Let's go ahead and lift our left leg to the sky and step it through into your low lunge, and then opening up into your wide-legged forward fold, which I'm actually going to turn around and face you again because I don't want to have my back to you this whole time. Go ahead and put your hands on your hips and rise up. We're doing that whole thing again. So heels in, toes out, coming down to your horse stance, and we're going to lift that left heel and pulse. 2, 3, 4. Drop it, lift the right. 2, 3, 4. Both. 8, 7, little balance challenge. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and drop those heels, stand up. And we're gonna do those little goddess reaches again. So to the right, to the left, and scoop. We're doing 8. I think these are fun. Like a dancing Shiva. 4, 5. Here's 6. 7 and 8. And then from here, we're going to do those sumo squats. So down for 8, 7, 6. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk your feet in, coming in for those narrow squats for 10. 9, 8, you're doing great. 7, 6, 5, here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you guys get to be gorillas again. So coming to the back of our mat, finding your little yogi squat. Here comes Henny. He says, why aren't you channeling Chowinis? Well, because I don't know what we would do for that. Okay, so here we go. We're going to make our way across our mat. And then let's go back. Watch out, Rue. And one more. Great job. Let's turn around and face the back of our mat. Okay, buddy. And come into your forward fold. So here you can grab opposite elbows and sway side to side. Then let's go ahead and walk ourselves out into our downward facing dog. And then from here, we're going to lift our left knee to the sky, step forward into our runner's lunge, and then drop the back leg and cartwheel your arms up into your warrior 2. Pause here, make sure you have everything in good alignment before we start that little reverse warrior side angle flow. So let's go ahead and reverse our warrior. And then again, you can come down to your elbow here, or if you prefer, you can come all the way down and back to our warrior. So we're doing that 3 more times. There's 2. Last one, we're going to hold in that side angle. So hold here. And then go ahead and fold over that front leg. You can hop the back leg in a smidge. Go ahead and lengthen through your back and fall down into your pyramid pose. And then from here, let's bend through the left leg and sweep it back into your three-legged dog, coming back into that push-up, back to your three-legged dog, release into your downward dog. So from here, we're gonna do a little arm strengthening sequence. We're gonna do a dive bomber push-up to a forearm up and down, and we're gonna do it 4 times. So we do a dive bomber push-up, taking care not to try to let our bellies fall on the ground, and then push back into a plank, and then right forearm, right hand, left hand, back into our down dog. So we're gonna do that 3 more times. Dive bomber push-up to plank, and then I start with my left that time. Twice more at your own pace. You've got 1 more. Last one. Go ahead and drop your knees and come into a child's pose. Let's do 3 good breaths here. And then I'm just gonna lift up a smidge from your child's pose. We're gonna do a thread the needle. So I'm gonna take my right arm underneath, dropping my right ear to the mat, and just hold. And then release. Go ahead and thread the left arm through, dropping the left ear to the mat, and just hold. Very good. Release that left arm out. And then let's go ahead and come on through. We're coming into a forearm plank. So making sure everything is square, that your hips aren't dropping down, but staying a little bit lifted, a little bit domed through the back. And we're gonna hold here for about a minute. Henny. But we're not gonna be static for the whole minute. We're only gonna be static for this first 30 seconds. Now we're gonna take our right knee to our right elbow and then our left. For the last 30 seconds, we're just going back and forth with our knees here. Let's do the last 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and drop the hips and come into your Sphinx pose, getting a nice stretch of those abdominals. And just pause here. If you want, you can push up into seal if that feels good on your low back. I'm just gonna stay right here. And from here, we're just gonna lower ourselves down and then push back into a seat and come down on your back. However you want to get there is just fine. We're just making our way there. Let's go ahead and bring our left foot to the floor, and we're going to take our right leg up high. You can grab behind the thigh or the shin or the ankle, wherever you can grab that feels good, and we're just going to point and flex our foot. And then let's stay in a little point and then just draw little smiley faces with our big toe, getting a stretch through that right hamstring, giving it an extra little squeeze. And then go ahead and cross the right ankle over the left knee And pull that knee in, your left knee in for a figure 4. Go ahead and keep the right foot bright and active to protect the knee, and just pull it in. Getting a really nice stretch to that right glute. You did a lot of squats today, so let's give our glutes some love. And then go ahead and drop that left foot down and let everything just fall over to the left. I'm gonna take my right ankle and grab it with my left hand and pull it a little bit closer to me. And then I'm just gonna look out over my right shoulder, getting a nice stretch to that right hip and a little spinal twist. If you prefer a different twist, go ahead and take it. Let's go ahead and come back to center, release that right foot to the floor, and then raise your right foot or your left foot to the sky. And grab wherever you can, and we're just gonna point and flex. And then in this point, we're gonna start to draw those little smiley faces. And then give that hamstring a nice squeeze. And go ahead and cross that left foot over the right knee, drawing everything in for a figure 4 stretch. So just remembering to keep that left foot active and pulling everything in, getting a stretch to that left glute. And then let's go ahead and just give a squeeze and then release that right foot down, letting everything fall to the right. If you want a little extra stretch in your left hip, go ahead and pull that foot in a little bit closer to you and then release that left arm out. And you can look over your left shoulder if that feels okay for your neck. And then go ahead and release that back to center. You can take your legs out long. Find your version of Shavasana. Let your feet flop open. Palms up to the sky if that feels good. Go ahead and gently close down the eyes. And we're going to rest here for a minute or two, just feeling the support of the earth. And let's go ahead and lengthen everything out. Just give a big full body stretch, arms overhead, legs long, stretching everything out. And then go ahead and roll over to one side. Push yourself up to a comfortable seat. However you want to sit, I'm just going to end here in a hero's pose like we began. And for one brief moment here, go ahead and shut down the eyes. Do that physical body scan as well as your energetic body, and just notice if you feel any shifts and stiffness, or oh, there's Henny, he wants back in. And then notice if your energy has changed in any way. I apologize for his little screechy bark. Thank you so much for joining me today for this Yoga Mo-Flo class. I really hope you liked the animal flow. If you enjoyed that, let me know. I'd be happy to make more. Then I'm just going to bow my head and say, the light in me sees the light in you. Thank you. Have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you again real soon.